People looking to clear the hurdles to home ownership can get some new help from MassHousing. To tell us about a program for first-time buyers is the executive director of MassHousing, Crystal Cornegay. Thank you very much for being with us, Crystal.
Thanks for having me.
Crystal, this is a program that helps people mainly with down payments. Talk about how you're going to do that.
So MassHousing has for many years had a 97% loan-to-value program. And in recent years, we've discovered that people are having a harder time getting into the marketplace with even the 3%. And so the idea is the down payment assistance program will get income-eligible, credit-worthy buyers the 3% because, you know, it's hard to save up money to do that.
Now, 3% almost doesn't sound like a whole lot of money, but given the cost of housing these days, even for people who are looking for fairly affordable housing, I guess that can add up.
Yes, it can. And so 3% of a $300,000 house, which, you know, might be a pink elephant because it doesn't exist, but 3% of that can be a lot of money.
Now, of course, programs like this have been around for a while, and of course they violate one rule, a basic rule of home buying, which is you need a down payment because otherwise, if you don't have skin in the game, you know, you're going to lose the house.
Right.
So how do you prevent that from happening?
That's a great question. We are in the business, MassHousing is in the business of doing sustainable home ownership. So it's not just about the down payment, it's about the underwriting criteria, and it's also about what happens after you close the loan. And so we have a high-touch servicing model in which our servicing folks pay a lot of attention to you as a customer and how you're making your payments. I know this because I bought my first house with a MassHousing loan. And if I was, you know, 10 minutes late, they'd call and say, you know, is everything okay? Just want to remind you and really check in with you and help you through the process if you're having a problem.
I think I did something like that as well. And I remember I got a lot of coaching that I really needed.
Yeah. So, and also we support a lot of pre-purchase, first-time homebuyer classes. And we also have a product that we call Mortgage Insurance Plus. And so if you're in good standing with your mortgage and something happens and you can't make payments, the mortgage insurance will do that for 6 months.
Now, ordinarily, people who buy something without a program, if they don't have enough of a down payment, they got to pay private mortgage insurance, and that can really take a bite out of things. Do you help people avoid something like that as well?
That's the whole point of the program and our products, to get first-time home buyers, moderate income home buyers into their first home and into it with a sustainable mortgage product, because we're in the business of housing people and not foreclosing.
Now, I know this is for first-time buyers, but you've got some income requirements you have to take care of?
Sure. They have to be income eligible, and so we're looking at 100% of the area median income, which in Boston for a family of 4 is $103,000. And so you and I can remember a time where if you're making $103,000, you could easily buy a house. That doesn't exist as much anymore.
What about some advice for people who are looking, because, you know, it's so hard to find something that really fits within the range? Any advice you give people?
The usual kind of thing. When I was looking for my first house, I spent a little bit of time shopping and got an idea about what I could afford, right? Like, it's not just what my vision is, but what I could afford and what I'd be willing to compromise on. And in this market, it's even more important to do that because inventory is low. And so that's part of why the governor has done his Housing Choice Initiative. And these kind of programs we're doing is to support both folks getting into home ownership and also to be able to increase production.
Back even before you joined the governor's administration, you had a long experience in the nonprofit community development. There's more to this agenda than just helping the home buyers, because you're encouraging home ownership in the neighborhoods. Talk about why that's so important.
That is really, people own their community, and whether you're renting or you're buying, that's a big way of making sure that you're vested in what happens in the community. The other reason we're also interested in getting first-time home buyers into their homes home is as much about wealth building. That's the biggest way that many working class folks have built wealth. And so we're really trying to focus on ways in which we can help people do that.
We should mention if people want some more details about this program, you've got something online to help them with that?
Yes, please go to www.masshousing.com.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
Crystal Cornegay from Mass Housing.